What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's Black Series talk show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
Happy spooky season.
Yes.
It is our favorite time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, the annual set redesign
Absolutely
has begun with some staples: the Jason mask, the Ghostface mask, the orange lights, the neck of figs. You know, we are huge fans of horror here, so expect some fun little antics.
Yeah, we'll probably add to it every week.
Most likely.
Just like last year. Also, ICCCon is happening Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
If you're watching this on Friday, we're there.
We are there.
So if you're there, come say what's up. We're going to be there all weekend, actually.
Yeah.
Skipping out on Sunday, though, I think.
Yep.
Or we might go in the morning, maybe, or something like that. I don't know.
Something like that.
I'm not sure 100% what the concrete game plan is, but
True.
We'll at least be there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and we would love to see you if you're going to be there. So if you see us, come say hi. We've got some stickers.
Whoa!
Ooh. We do have the ultimate Out of the Basement collectible, an ICCCon 2024 collectible keychain made by Piercing Bullet. You'll get some swag. Who doesn't want free swag?
So that'll be super fun. However, the Figure It Out train doesn't stop. For this week, we kind of have a 2-for-1 special. It's a half and a half to make a whole episode. First half, Nate, a Black Series vehicle market report.
Ooh.
I have some sales data for us.
Prequel fans failed?
OT fans failed. Prequel fans are next. Did we just lose? Is the vehicle line canceled again?
Or cooked?
We are cooked. So let me get on to my official Out of the Basement notes here. This information is 100% solid and factual because it's actually in the source of the webpage. It's actually really easy to find how much stock is remaining on websites that are selling things. It involves looking into the source code and knowing what to look for. So there is a little method to it that allows us to see these numbers. Black Series recently returned to the vehicle game with the Bloodfin, which was an SDCC exclusive, and the Stap, which was the Hasbro PulseCon vehicle set, deluxe vehicle set. So let's look at the Bloodfin first. Going right through it, they started out initially with 1,700 units. That was that premium hour. There was about 300 left after that premium hour, and then they all sold. Okay. So they started with 1,700, and initially it sold out. Then, when they restocked and added 3,250 units for a grand total of around 4,950 units. Now, I do use, generally speaking, 3,250. I don't think that's the exact number, but it's in that ballpark. Okay. And as of Monday, this is when I gathered this information, there's 625 left.
Wow. So pretty much sold all the way through, just a couple months after its initial release.
Yeah.
Honestly, hung around a little bit longer than I would have personally expected. I thought the hype for the Bloodfin was pretty high. Although I do understand that there were quite a few people turned off by the coloring of the actual vehicle itself.
Good point.
So maybe that contributed to the slightly slower sales, but it was also nostalgia packaging, which usually kind of supersedes a lot of that stuff. So it is interesting to see. I definitely would have thought it would have been sold out at this point, although it is about to be sold out. Probably will be by the end of the year.
Yeah. Still, in our opinions, pretty good run. Obviously, we have no idea how to interpret this data.
Right.
That's another important thing to point out. We don't know how Hasbro operates as a business, as a company. We don't know what threshold they need to meet. How many units do they need to sell before they consider it, hey, that was a success? Because, as always, peg warming doesn't equal failure. Yada, yada, yada. Tale as old as time. So just take that with a grain of salt. It's just how you interpret this statistical data.
Right.
You know, it can vary. So they did sell around 88% of their stock. I mean, they sold 4,325 as of Monday out of 4,950 units. I mean, it also came with a newly sculpted mall. So that was probably a good selling point. It was also more expensive than the Stap at $60.
Yeah, true. 10 extra bucks, but brand new mall included, whereas the Stap just reuses the B1 Battle Droid.
Yeah.
So maybe that's most likely where you see the price difference between the two. Bloodfin, 100% worth it, in my opinion. Easiest pickup in recent memory. That was like an instant pre-order, must-have, need it.
100%. Same thing with the Stap, honestly.
Right, yeah. And yeah, I was going to say, moving on to the Stap, again, another one. You know, you and I bought 2 of those immediately.
Right, and I kind of think Hasbro was banking on a lot more people buying too. So let's jump into the Stap statistics. Supposedly started with 8,800. I personally was not keeping track of these numbers since the very beginning. I only recently learned the trick to seeing the stock, but this is coming from highly reputable sources within the community. So around 8,800 to start off with. This is the Hasbro PulseCon Stap. 4,478 remaining as of Monday. That means 4,322 sold out of 8,800, which at this point in time is not even half. It's around 49%. And I did one little test this past week. From September 24th to September 30th, they sold 61 Staps in 6 days. So 10, 11, 12, 13 a day. I'm sure they had that initial spike, just like any other collectible item probably has that initial spike, and then it just dies out. This one is, you know, yeah, they produced more, but I think it's performing worse, a lot worse, than the Bloodfin. They've sold a similar amount. A really crazy stat from Monday is when I checked these numbers on Monday, the Bloodfin had around 4,325 units sold, and the Stap had 4,322. 3 away in sales. Absolutely bonkers, actually. Like, what are the odds of that? You know, 49%, so they're sitting on half of their stock. Nate, how are you feeling?
Well, I mean, you take a look at the raw numbers here. They've produced more than double of what they produced for the Bloodfin, for the Stap, most likely banking on the army building capabilities and the desires of a lot of people in the community to at least pick up 2. So they probably produced more based on that. I will say, you know, you can argue at the moment, yes, it is selling worse than the Bloodfin, but it also hasn't been out for as long as the Bloodfin.
That's true. So that's another variable.
It is selling fairly well, I would say, for how briefly it's been out, because it's really only been a couple weeks at this point.
That's true. So there you go. It's all about how you look at it, how you perceive it, because it's been a few weeks and they sold around half their stock. Who knows how Hasbro operates as a business? Who knows what threshold they need to meet, how many units they need to sell before they go, yeah, we're on track, boys. Totally. Great job, boys. We're making a bunch of bucks and dollars.
Those Star Wars toys are really putting us on the bricks.
They probably were banking on people buying 2, and I know a lot of people who did, but I also know a lot of people who just did the 1. $50, I think it's a great price. I mean, you got to remember that the figure itself is $25, so that essentially makes it a $25 vehicle speeder.
Yep, and I think with the articulation and paint that they included on the Stap, well worth, you know, a little $25 vehicle. Check out our review, by the way. That just actually came out on Wednesday, if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, check out the Stap review. It's another one of those Nate and Justin sit down and review a fig.
That's right.
So, love that. Nate, I don't want to say anything too definitive on this, because again, I'm pleading ignorance. I am not educated enough to make definitive statements about these numbers, but I do find it highly interesting, And it's just neat that we can see the numbers.
Oh, yeah.
If you go into the web page and everything. So I just thought it'd be neat to do a little market sales report. How are we doing? Are we succeeding? Are we failing? How do you guys interpret this information? Please let us know in the comments down below. Are prequel fans failing because they beg, and they don't support? Just like Jar Jar Binks.
Justin, this past week, SH Figure Arts dropped a little bit of a bombshell on everyone with the newly announced upcoming reissues / updates of their Anakin, Yoda, Han, and Chewy. All 4 of them have their ups and downs, pros and cons. I'm sure we'll talk about them at some point, but not in this video.
Right.
With that announcement, we were all in the Discord talking, going crazy. I'm personally very excited about Han and Chewy. I think both of them look cool, and they have some extra goodies that are going to make them super A New Hope specific.
Okay.
But we had a little birdie fly in the Discord, drop a little nugget of information, and then fly away.
Yeah. I almost don't want to name who it is because I kind of like keeping our Discord cryptic. Like, you want to see this type of shit, you got to join. You got to join our server. But let's just say it's a highly reputable source within the Star Wars toy community who is correct 99.99% of the time. And everyone knows who they are.
Yep.
So every once in a while they pop in and out of our server, and they just drop these like little nuggets. But yeah, they did say Han and Chewbacca are also getting redos in Black Series, so continuing the trend that we've seen, like with Luke Skywalker, R2-D2, Princess Leia. We're getting more redos, which I'm so down for. They are 11, almost 12-year-old sculpts. It's time for redos.
Yeah, it is time. It's way overdue. Chewbacca's overdue. A New Hope Han, definitely overdue. I'm excited. I'm really curious to see what a new Chewbacca-style Wookiee body can bring us.
Because we have that Kelnaka coming. So I'm like, is there going to be... I'm sure he's going to be new, and then we got new Chewy from that.
Could be some synergy between the two. Also, maybe random Wookiee kit bash potential between Chewbacca body, Chrysanthemum body, maybe to make a Tarful.
Yeah, I mean, the possibilities are endless there. And then, of course, Han. I mean, Han, 2013, Orange Line, garbage. Yeah,
I'm Han Solo, Captain of the Millennium Falcon. That's how he's able to do the dodge in the special edition. Where his head literally is just.
George, what were you thinking, buddy?
Special editions are so bad.
Yeah, new Han, absolutely down for him.
Yeah.
I mean, in the same vein as the new Luke, the new Leia. I'm loving it.
Yep. And I can't wait to buy the SH Figure Arts Han and Chewy, and then also buy the Black Series Han and Chewy, because let's face it, at this point, with the dioramas that we're making in our displays, Justin, I need more than one Han and Chewy. Just like the new Black Series Leia. I pre-ordered 2, because I need 2 Leias.
Good point.
Can't believe at this point in the game, Justin, main characters are our army builders.
OT, baby. In other news, we covered partially covered this bit of Yak Face news. They posted this graphic that just said 1017. And the Walmart thing with the 1017, I'm like, alright, I don't know what it is. One of the little numbers was orange and the rest were blue. People have seemingly deciphered that code. If you take a look at Commander Cody's rank plaque in Revenge of the Sith and the animated series, it's that same order of color with the blue and the orangish color, and I'm like,
Very clever.
I see what you were doing, Yak. I see what you were doing. We also know Commander Cody is coming because there is a factory leak. We've already covered that. Appears to be on the 2023 buck. I'm sure it's going to look good. Does this mean it's going to be a Walmart exclusive, Nate?
I think so. But honestly, for us, from our American perspective, I'm not sweating it.
Yeah, I mean, Walmart is the worst.
Yeah, but when is the... Okay, maybe fives was the last time we had a minor headache, but...
Remember when it was like half of the states could do it and then half of the states were like locked out?
Yeah, but I still feel like there was a good little window for fives. But besides fives, like Jesse was a simple, painless pre-order.
Yeah, the Enoch 2-pack.
Yeah, Enoch 2-pack. Most recent Walmart exclusives have been a very easy pre-order experience. Even something like the last like Marvel Legends Venom figure, something you'd think would have been an instant sellout. Mm-hmm. I was able to pre-order it like a couple hours later.
Yeah, and I suppose it is the third Commander Cody release, because we had the Blue Line, we have the Archive. It's a bad figure, of course. It's on the old Clone Trooper body from 2013. However, visually it looks good. It just has horrible articulation and the gummy legs.
I was going to say, most people have a warped Cody leg at this point.
Yeah.
Where you got the one leg that's pretty straight, but the other one's so gummy it's started to...
Yeah.
It's taken a little bit of a shape to it.
Yeah, so we're due for an update, and it,
100%.
Like we said, it appears to be on that 2023 box, so if it's a Walmart exclusive, so be it. It's a Trooper. Troopers almost always go to retailer exclusive of some kind. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Walmart, please, be fine.
Yeah. I'm not sweating it, although, of course, you know, it is Walmart. But like I said, most Walmart pre-orders recently for me have been piece of cake. So I'm excited to see the finished figure. I'm really curious to see what it's going to look like, how it's going to stack up to the original Black Series figure in terms of just bulk. That's really my concern.
Give me the bulk.
Is just the bulk.
I think the 2023 body will give us the bulk.
Yeah, I think we're in a good position with the 2023 body between articulation and bulk.
And just that pure Revenge of the Sith theatrical look, I'm just a sucker for it. But obviously I prefer the 2023. So
right.
Let us know. Do you think the community is correct on this one? Do you think, have we deciphered the code? Is it a Commander Cody because of the blue and the orange? Let us know your thoughts on everything in this video in the comments down below. Hit like. Subscribe if you're new, Nate. We're always talking about Star Wars The Black Series here on the channel. No stream this week. We'll be traveling, of course.
Yep.
But we do have another banger going up on Sunday.
That's true. And
the content doesn't stop. Even on vacation, it doesn't stop.
No hint. I'm sorry. No hint.
No hint. And then also look out for the ICC Con vlog. It's going to be an absolute blast.
Some final thoughts before we go. Of course, if you are in a position to help support the channel directly, we do also offer a couple different channel membership tiers. Definitely check those out. There is a link down in the description below. Also, while you're down there, check out the Discord. That is free to join and is a great place to get connected with the community. A lot of like-minded collectors in there. You and I are in there yapping around throughout.
We are.
So it's a fun place to hang out and just talk with some collectors that are of a similar mindset to you. Special shout out and huge thank you to all of our current channel members, though. Your continued support is truly appreciated. And thank you to everyone else out there for watching. I'm Nate. I've been joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
And we will see you all next time on Out of the Basement. What's your favorite scary movie, Jesse?